Hello everyone, good afternoon to all of you. So meanwhile, any one of you have any particular topics, you have doubts, you can ask me. Or rather, I will just tell you, uh, okay, how is the flow of that IA, how to prepare and all. And after that, you have any particular doubt, you can ask me. Okay, so you all can hear me? Every one of you, can you hear me? Hello. Can someone acknowledge me that you can hear me? Yes, no, hello. Ashita, Akshita, Amritavalli.
Yes, sir.
You all can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, you can see the presentation, right? There you can see the syllabus for module 1 and 2.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so first 10-15 minutes I'll tell you what to study and how to study from there. After that, any particular doubts you have in specific, we will discuss. So meanwhile, you have any doubts, you tell me. It will take some more time, right? 2 more minutes for others to join. Please pay attention. Don't miss this class completely. You try to understand from this class. Okay. Anyone have any particular doubts? You please tell me. Or any topics or anything like that, you tell me. Ashita, you tell what is your doubt in this first module, any one topic which you feel difficult. Ananya, okay, all set, shall we go? Shall we begin? Yes, right. So, to see the first module, yes, we're good to go. Yeah, right. See the first module, right? So here, if you see single random variable, okay. So definition of random variables. So from this topic, you can expect some questions like this. Like you may have to explain what is meant by random variable, what is meant by single random variable. Okay, are you noting down every one of you? From that, you should prepare these kind of questions like what is meant by sample space, what is meant by single random variable, what is meant by random variable. Okay, and same thing, definitions, everything you can see from here, from this only. What is meant by cumulative distribution function, CDF, what is the definition of it, how to understand the CDF. Okay, what is discrete random variable, what is probability mass function, what is probability density function, all what is meant by expectation, right? What is meant by, first of all, this distribution function here, distribution function is there, right? What is meant by that? Okay, what is meant by expectation, what is the meaning of this characteristic, right? So all these things you should know the definitions. Once you know everything of that, Then you are done with the first topic. Definitions, you are clear. Okay. See, it should be interactive. If you are not interacting, I cannot able to communicate effectively to you. Is that clear from the first topic? What to prepare? Hello. Yes or no? Yes, I'm getting something in
Yes,
conversation.
sir.
Fine. So definitions, you are clear what to study and how to study, right? Okay. So next thing, this up to this point, only three things you should know. CDF, what is the mathematical equations? What is the definition? What are their properties? Same thing for PDF. What is PDF? What is the mathematical equations for that? And what is the properties of the PDF? Similarly, PMF, definition, mathematical equations, and properties. Is that clear? I'll explain you from the notes also once again. From the syllabus, I am telling you what to prepare. Is that clear there? Yes?
Yes,
Just know,
sir.
yeah, just know this much. What is CDF? How to write the definitions. Then how to write the definition of that mathematically. And what are their properties one by one? What are the proofs of the properties? So that much you can learn from that. Okay, simple. Next is expectations. Expectations is very simple. We should do mean, you can note down mean, variance, standard deviation. Standard deviation. All three of them proofs and their formulas for expectations. What are those three? Mean, variance, and standard deviation. Those three things you should know the definitions and proofs. Expectations part. Next, this one, all these things, it's a bit complicated. So just briefly you know about it for 5 marks, it is good enough. It means what is meant by characteristic function. Okay, how to understand that. Just briefly you should know some 5 marks, at least if you know that. Something to write about this, that is good enough. We can focus that at the end. When still you have time after your preparation, then you can focus more on that. As of now, you should know this much only. What is meant by characteristic function, how to use that, what is the mathematical equation for it, and what are the functions used in single random variable, and what is meant by conditional random variable. So basic idea you should know about one page each you prepare. So this is good enough. I'm telling you tips and tricks for you to prepare for the IA. Okay. Next, applications. So this is the heading. So don't bother from this. It's just the heading. So you can ignore that. Okay. And till now, Laplace, they're not given anything from now. So you all know Laplace transform, how to do it. So it is, you can ignore this also for time being. Laplace. You focus more on uniform, exponential, and binomial, Poisson, Gaussian. These three. Uniform, exponential, okay, Gaussian, binomial, and Poisson. Okay. In that too, some two of them are discrete. Some of them are continuous. Okay. And that too important is what Gaussian and uniform are too much important. Module 1 is over. Now I'll tell you the answers part. Questions part I have told you. Okay, you got an idea now, you got a confidence how to prepare. Now I'll tell you, explain you what to prepare and how to prepare from the notes. Okay. Any doubts on the syllabus? No? Shall I repeat it? Please interact with me so that there should not be any communication gap between us. Is that clear? It's not clear for you. Correct? Hello. So this class, I'm not taking any lecture. I'm just trying to interact with you. So please do interact. I'll keep disturbing you. You like or don't like. I'll keep on asking you the questions, yes, no type. You please answer to me. Okay. So I'll repeat again from module 1. From this topic, you should know each and every definition from what is meant by probability, what is meant by sample space, what is meant by distribution function, what is CDF, what is PDF, what is PMF, what is expectation, what is difference of single and multiple random variable. Okay, all the definitions from probability you should know. Whatever definitions are there, all them you should know. Each one in brief, at least for 4 marks each one. Okay, next from here to here, you should know the definitions, mathematical expressions, and properties and their proofs. Definitions, mathematical expressions, properties, and their proofs. And from this one, you should know what is meant by mean, variance, standard deviation. Mean, variance, standard deviation. And this one, just have an idea, that's good enough. Don't focus too much on it. So you can learn that at the end of the module 1. Once you prepare complete module, then hardly you can prepare for half an hour for that. That is good enough. Too much is not there from that. And this one you can ignore, is just the heading. Okay, and prepare one application, one problem. One application, what is the mathematical expressions, what are the definitions, what are the advantages, drawbacks, applications, and one example problem you can solve on each one. You're done with complete module 1, you can score full marks out of out. Okay, I'll come to the second module also in the due course. So shall we begin now? Now let us see here. So this what is the module 1. The definition of random variables. In this cumulative distribution function CDF, we have continuous and discrete, PMF, okay, and PDF, and their properties, everything is there. Applications also, same syllabus content. Now from this you can see some definitions are there here, some are not there, but you need to prepare all the definitions. You cannot say, sir, some definitions are not there in the notes. It's just giving it's just giving you a basic idea about it. You need to prepare what is meant by single random variable, what is multiple random variable, what is PDF, what is PMF, what is sample space, all that kind. Some examples are given for this examples. Next, we know that there are 2 types of random variables, discrete and continuous. So discrete means which are finite in number, continuous means which are infinite in number. So for that, what is the definitions, examples is given. Is this clear till here? Next, cumulative distribution. Cumulation means what, you know? Cumulation means up to now. So when I ask you what is the number of classes you attended, number of classes you attended is, let us say, we have conducted around 25 classes. Okay. Now 25 classes in May month, I have conducted around 20 classes, let us say, for example. So cumulation means what? Cumulation can be from 1st class to 25th class, it can be cumulation, and from 5th class to 10th class is cumulation, 10th to 20 cumulation, anything in between is called cumulation. Okay, so we call CGPA, right? Cumulative grade point average. If you understand your CGPA, that is exactly the CDF. Is that clear? CGPA. So cumulative grade point average will tell, right? Cumulation grade point means it can be cumulation of, let us say you are in 4th semester now. To get your results of 3rd semester, your CGPA will be calculated based on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd semester. Till now, 1st and 2nd only you added. Now you should add 1st, 2nd plus 3rd, take average of that. That's your cumulation. Okay, so that is meant by cumulative distribution function, also called as continuous distribution function. So this is very simple. This value you can find that value of x less than equals to x. What is the meaning of that? You can find the probability of that. You can find the probability of that less than value of it. Let us say you have 8 semesters. 8 semesters, whether you have completed 8 semesters, you're not complete, you're in 4th semester only. You can find the value of that up to 4th semester only, not more than 4th semester, or equals to 4th semester. That's why the value of x is given. The value of x is given less than equals to x. The value of x is given less than equals to x. If I want to find the CGPA of your marks, I can able to find only one thing. What I can do, less than your semester, I can do it. Okay, less than that, I can do it. Less than fourth semester, I can do it. Not more than that, or equals to fourth semester. That much only. Okay, and look at the properties of them. So if something that is infinite, if the value of that value will be always between 0 and 1. The cumulative value will be always between 0 and 1. And that value, if it is minus infinity, it is going to be 0. That's the minimum value. If it is plus infinity, it is going to be 1. That is going to be the maximum value. If suppose if I give two values, x1 and x2, x1, x2 are given two values, okay, then the value of that is going to be not decreasing function. It is not going to decrease at all. So the proofs of that is given here. You can look at the proofs, how the value of that is going to be 0 and how the value of that is going to be equals to 1. The proofs are given here. Okay. So similarly, for the discrete random variables also it is given. If you have random variables, let us say minus infinity to plus infinity, we can have some values in the range of that in discrete form. In that case, how the things are, it can be varied. Discrete form, it is 0 for infinity to x1. You can see this here. Minus infinity to x1 up to this, the limit is 0. Whereas up to x1 to xn is summation of the values. From 1 to n, we are just adding them, summation of the values from x1 to xn. And finally, after that, it is going to be equals to 1. So this is for discrete. For discrete, you're going to do the summation, and for continuous, you're going to do the integration. Okay. So that's all about your CDF. CDF part is clear for you? Hello. Is that CDF part is clear? Any doubts in that? CDF, you should know for continuous and for discrete. Along with that, you should know the properties and their proofs. Yes or no? Hello. Are you there in the call, everyone? Please do respond. Kavya. Jason. Ashita. Amritavalli. Ananya.
Yes,
Asha.
sir.
Yeah, is that clear? Why you are not responding? Nobody is responding. You are clear what to study?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, then I'll continue with the flow of that. So fine. So please look at PDF. See, when you are trying to find a CDF, you did the integration. Okay, that is capital F of x for CDF. And for PDF, it is small f of x. We should do the differentiation. Differentiation of CDF will give you the PDF. The derivative of CDF with respect to some value or some variable is going to give you the probability density function. So mathematically we can write like this. Always this PDF value will be equals to greater than equals to 0. It will never be a negative value. The probability can never be a negative value. It's always greater than equals to 0. Okay. So PDF, if you want to find, you need to do the derivative of the CDF. CDF is what? F of x. So this value is greater than equals to 0, first property. And second property is what? The area of that is completely is going to be equals to 1. To take the area of that completely, that is going to be equals to 1, or that's going to be equals to unity. The proof is given here, how it is unity. Third property is what? The possible to get CDF by integrating PDF is what? You can do like this. If you want to find the, if you know the PDF, if you integrate that, you're going to get the CDF. So that's what you can able to do it. That proof is given here. And fourth property is what? The probability of that within the range of x1 and x2 is given by x1 you have, x2 we have. If you want to find the value of between x1 to x2, you can find the value between minus infinity to x1. So this value you can find, this value you can find here, and you can find the total value. To subtract total value from this small value here, you're going to get the value between x1 and x2. Okay, that's how you can able to get the PDF. That's about your PDF. Is the PDF part clear? Or else I'll show some examples to you. And similarly, PMF. So PMF values we can find probability mass function up to some value. Let us say Pi. The value of x can be equals to x1, or x2, x3, or xi, something like that. So that's going to be equals to probability mass function. Example is given here. You can understand PMF. So that's PDF, CDF, and PMF. So next is problems. So let us look some problems on this. You can see this problem. There is a random variable x which is having the following probability functions. How to find the value of k? How can we find the value of k? Do you know how to find the value of k? So look at this. It is, if you want to find the value of k, so we know that PMF value is what? Summation I equals to 1 to n. P of xi equals to 1. We know that summation of that is going to be equals to 1. If you add all these values, all of them, if you add, the summation is going to be equals to 1. And the value of n is going to be equals to 0 to 7. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is n value equals to 8. If you do that, summation I equals to 1 to 8, P of xi equals to 1. This is your PMF, probability mass function. Add all of them, 0 plus k plus 2k plus 2k plus 3k plus k square plus 2k square plus 7k square plus k. All of them if you add, it should be equals to 1. If you add them, k you add 1k here and 2k here and 2k here. Totally 2, 3, 4k, 5, 6, 7k, 8k. One more k is there anywhere? Somewhere mistake it is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 here 9. So 9k we got. What about k square? 1 plus 2 plus 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10k square, 10k square plus 9k. And where is this minus 1? This 1 it came beside minus 1 equals to 0. So 10k square plus 10k minus 1k minus 1 equals to 0. You can write like this, 9k is as 10k minus 1k. And from that you take 10k as common. Okay, so k plus 1 here and minus 1 as common here. This k plus 1. You can take k plus 1 and 10k minus 1. So these two, if you do multiplication of these two, it should be equals to 0. So from that we can able to find the value of k as either 1 by 10 or k value is equals to minus 1. So it cannot be negative value. So it's a positive value. So k value is 1 by 10. That's what we got the answer from this. The value of k is what? The value of k is what? What's the value of k? 1 by how much? 1 by how much is the value? 1 by 10, right? The value of k is 1 by 10. Now they're asking find the value of x less than equals to 6. So now they told that the value of x should be less than 6. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So total 6 values are there here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 values are there. Add all the 6 values. You got k square plus 8k. As the value of k is 1 by 10, substitute that inside that. You're going to get the answer as 81 by 100. So what is the value of probability of x less greater than 6? So greater than 6 means what? This many are there is equals to 1. We should ignore all of them. Only this much. X equals to 6 and greater than that you should know. Okay. Which means you know everything. You should subtract this much. So that we calculated already, x less than 6 value is already 81 by 100. So remaining value will be equals to greater than 6. So 19 by 100 we are going to get. And what about 0 to 5? Add all of them. We're going to get 8k. 8k means what? 8k is 1 by 10. It is 8 by 10. So like this we can solve the problems on it. Okay, is that clear? Any doubt with that? Similarly, you should be able to solve these kind of problems also. What is this problem? They are given some random variables here, and along with the probabilities they are given here, you need to find PDF and CDF. How to draw PDF and CDF? First, you should know how to find the PDF and CDF. You got the value of that, okay? And to plot it, PDF is discrete values, so discretely we wrote here like this. Whereas this one is continuous values, we are drawn in the continuous form. So this is how the example problems also can be asked to plot the PDF and CDF. Okay. Next. So this is till now we completed the definitions, PDF, CDF, and PMF. Okay. So above problems are one example we have solved for a PDF, CDF, and PMF. Based on that, you can do some different problems also, and you can plot them. That much is good enough. Now moving on to expectations. Expectations, you can get the theory as well as you can get the problem. Okay. If you get the theory, expectation means what is the mean of the value. So we are going to summation of all of them. We are going to get the expectation. Okay. So probability multiplied by the random variable. Probability multiplied by random variable. Probability multiplied by random variable. So like that, we are adding all the probabilities multiplied by the random variable x. Then we are going to get the expectation of x, is also called as mean of x. So mean value or expectation value, we can represent as x bar, we can represent as mu, everything we can write. Okay, example of that is given here. This is many times we discussed this problem. For continuous, as we have discussed, it is integration we should do, and for discrete we should do the differentiation. So one example is given here. So based on that, you can able to do some examples of this. Proofs of that is given for expectation. The proof is completely given here. You can go through the proof of expectation and proof for variance, expectation proof, variance proof, standard deviation proof. All three are given here. You can go through that. Now, we should be able to find this problem. Find the mean and variance of the probability distribution. The values of x and y are given here. Sorry, x and p of x is given here. So this value is, I think it's 0.5 or 0.75 or 45. You check that once. There is some mistake here in writing. It is either 7, 0 or 4. You check it, you will understand what is happening here. This is 0.05, this is 0.45, I think. Some small change is there here. It is not 0.5. It is 4.5 or something, or 7.5. Okay. Now, how we got this? What is the question? Should find some problems on expectations. Okay, find the mean and variance of the probability distribution. So they're given x value and they're given what? P of x value. You need to find the mean. How to find the mean of that? Mean of that is very simple. Multiply 1 and 0.2, add that with 2 and 0.3, multiply 3 and 0.25, multiply 4 0.15, multiply 5 0.45, multiply. Add all the values of these multiplications, you're going to get the mean. That's what the mean of that is, right? So this one. So if you multiply the x and p of x, x and p of x, you're going to get the mean. X and p of x, if you multiply, you're going to get the mean. Okay. So 0.2 by 1, 0.2, 0.35 into 2, 0.7, 0.25 into 3, 0.75, 0.15 into 4, 0.6. Okay, and 0.05 into 5, 0.25. So this all, if you add, you're going to get the mean. But if you want to find the variance, you should know this formula. Variance is what? The mean is you add all of the values, 0.2.5 is the mean. What about variance? Variance, how to find? Mean, you know. What is variance? Expectation of x square minus expectation of x whole square. Expectation of x, you know it. How to find this u of x square? U of x square, how to find? U of x square is what? X square into f of x. What is x square? X square is this one, x square into f of x. F of x means what? This probability. X square is what? 0. X is 1, 1 square. 2, 4, 3, 9, 4, 16, 5, 25. So multiply this one with p of x. 1 into 0.2, 0.2. 4 into 0.35, 1.4. 9 into 0.25, 2.25. 16 into 0.15, 2.4. 25 into 0. Whatever value is given here, 0.45, 0.75, whatever value you have taken, that value you will get this answer, 1.25, something like that. Okay. Now, how to find the variance? U of x square minus u of x whole square. U of x square is what? How to find u of x square? You should do the summation of all of them. You got the table right from there. Add all the values of them. You're going to get 7.5. The 7.5 you should add with or subtract with what? Is 2.5 whole square. It is 6.25. Variance is 1.25, whereas mean is 2.5. What is the meaning of this problem? From this table, the average values of these tables are given as 0.25. From this complete table, the average value is 0.25, and the change from one value to other value is variance, that is 1.25. Okay, mean means what? Mean is the average. Variance is what? Variation. Variation in the value. So 2.5, next value can be 1.25 above or 1.25 below. So that is the understanding of this expectations variance. Standard deviation is what? Square root of variance, which is 1.11. That value can be varied a minimum of 1.11. Okay. So 1.11 will be the variation between one value to the other value. That's the understanding from that. You're clear with this? Hello? Any doubts in this so far? Is that clear? Someone acknowledge me? Hello? I'm waiting for your reply. If you cannot able to talk, you can at least message in the chat box, or you can raise your hand. Okay, something you can show. See, the conclusion is till now what we discussed is very simple. First, you should know the definitions of everything. Second, you need to know what is CDF and PDF, definitions, properties, and proofs. Third, you should know how to solve the problems on PDF, PMF, and CDF. Fourth, expectations, variance, standard deviation proof, definitions, and one problem example, how to solve. That's what we discussed till now. Quickly we discussed. I know that many of them might have not felt comfortable, but someone who have studied that already might have been got the confidence. Okay, if you have studied at least once, definitely it will boost up your confidence level. If at least you're not studied, at least you got an idea what to study. Do you agree with me? You might have got the confidence that yes, I can study now from this knowledge what I have. Okay. Someone can please answer me?
Yes, sir.
Jason, thank you. Why nobody is talking? Let us see how many of you are there listening to me. Can raise the hand. Jason, yeah, everyone is listening. Good. But nobody is answering. I don't know why. 11, 12, that's all. 13. I would have did quickly because I want to cover the full module. Okay, because slowly we cannot discuss now. It's a rapid fire round like that it is. So quickly I am showing it. I know that little more slow, it will be much more better, but I cannot do anything. So you should feel the interest in studying. That's why I'm doing a bit, not fast, a bit quick. I'm doing it because it's a revision class. It will be like that only. Okay, because yeah, highlights of the cricket match will not have everything, but we'll feel like everything should be there. But that becomes boring, right? It's just the highlights. Okay, only 15 people are there as of now. Thank you very much. Yeah, let us continue with that. So you please share your opinion or what your views on it. Any clarifications or doubts? Let us keep it simple. Up to this point, half module is done. Okay, please express your views and opinions quickly so I can go to the next part. So in the PDF copy, what we have shared, almost 30 pages is done. Almost half of the material is completed, which means one module, half it is done. You're able to understand the syllabus from this, the flow you're understanding. Someone please answer me. I want you to interact with you this class. Someone say that, sir, we don't want interaction now. You want to complete the remaining module. I'll complete it. I just want the input from your side. Chaitanya, Gidija, Chetan, you can comment on this. Because from now on, the time is very much valuable for you. Okay, then I'll continue. So this characteristic function, okay. So if I tell it will become too much of time. So what I'll do is, so whatever you have now here, right? How much you have in this? Just prepare that much. I'll explain you after the IA in much detail about it if you want to understand. Okay, this much is good enough. Next is, I'll tell you again what is that. Okay. Next, applications part. Uniform, exponential, or continuous. Okay. Gaussian, Poisson, or discrete. The Laplace Gaussian is left out. So Gaussian is one of the important application. You got some problems on this in assignments also. Gaussian distribution. Okay. So Gaussian is one of the important, and uniform distribution is important again. Uniform and Gaussian are important because they are widely used. Okay. So let us see now. So here in the notes, only a theory part will be there. Okay. Whereas if you look at the other PDF copy what I gave you, in that all the numericals are there in that. If you want some numericals examples, I'll show you from that. How to understand, I'll tell you. Especially Gaussian and uniform, I can discuss. Are you interested in numericals or you want the theory part? Which one you're interested in? Jason?
Yes, sir.
Interested in Jason? You want to know the theory part of this applications or numericals?
Sir, first theory, then numericals.
First you want the theory part. Okay, after that numericals. Some two numericals we'll see. One on uniform and one on Gaussian. Okay, remaining things you can understand. Yeah, fine. Yeah, please focus. So uniform distribution. Uniform distribution means what? It is distributed uniformly, which means if you see this one graph here, you see this graph here. If you have a graph where the values are there from A to B, So this is called as uniform distribution. If the values are same for A and B, then we can call it as an uniform distribution. How to understand that mathematically here? How to understand that uniform distribution is what? So the value of that can be K. From A to B, from A to B, the value is K. K is a constant value. It can be anything. It can be 5, 10, 20, whatever it is. It's a constant value. Between A and B, it is having some value K. Apart from the A and B, anywhere else in the plot, there is no value for it. It is 0. Apart from that, anywhere else, the value of that is going to be equals to 0. If you assume that the complete area is between infinite to infinite, minus and minus, minus and plus, if you want to find this answer for it, so you split this from minus infinity to 0, A to B and B to A, so B to infinity. So we know that this anywhere else the value is 0, infinite to 0 it is 0, B to infinite it is 0, only value left out is A to B, the value of that is K. As we know, integral of 0 is 0, so these two become 0 again here. The value of that is K, let us say K of x from A to B. So if you expand that, it is K into B minus A equals to 1, and the value of K will be equals to what? 1 by B minus A. That's what you can see from the graph. F of x is what? 1 by B minus A for 0 to B. So whereas above 1 is what? Above 1 is what? This is also f of x. Okay. And the value of that K, what we have assumed, that value we got is a what? 1 by B minus A. We got 1 by B minus A for what? What all the things? For 0 to B. Sorry, from A to B, the value of that is what? From A to B, the value of that is 1 by B minus A. Okay. So that's what here 1 by B minus A we wrote. Okay. And then the value of mean is what? X into f of x. X into f of x means what? X we kept here. F of x 1 by B minus A. So we wrote all this. We got this proof of that. We got B plus A by 2 is the mean, which is average. A plus B by 2. That's what the mean. That's what the average. Similarly, variance. Variance we got it here. How much? The proof of that is given. Variance is what? How much we got? So B plus A or B minus A whole square by 12 is the variance. Standard deviation B minus A whole square by 12 whole square. That is B minus A by square root of 12. So this what is the variance. Okay. Similarly, go through exponential distribution. All mean, variance, standard deviation proofs of that. And after that, Gaussian distribution. This is the Gaussian distribution you should know. And here I'll tell you one numerical I'll connect with quickly. You can see the PDF copy. I'll connect it. Just wait for 2 minutes. I'll just connect it to the problems on Gaussian and uniform. We'll see that. Two types of problems are there for Gaussian. I'll just tell you what are the two types. Okay, you can see this material. Here you have the problems. All the problems are there, whichever you want. Whatever type you want, everything is there. Yeah. See this one, I'll tell you some simple technique here for you. Gaussian distribution. There are two types of problems on this Gaussian distribution. The majority of them is of this. I'll give the value of mean. I'll give the value of standard deviation. You need to find the values between these two. If I tell between these two, that is one type. Let us say if I tell less than that value, it is other type. Understood? It is one type and less than that. Is that clear? Okay. Is that clear to all of you? So now,
Yes, sir.
one simple standard formula you should know is this one. So when you have this value z equals to x minus mu by sigma, this one formula you should know for all the problems. One simple formula you should know. Okay, for this. So remember that formula x minus mu by sigma. Okay. So this formula you remember? Okay. So what is this Z1? Z1 is this 45 because sorry, X1 is 45, X2 is 62. They're asking from 45 to 62. 45 is X1 and X2 is 62. So you should find Z1. Z1 is between 45 minus standard deviation is 50 divided by standard deviation sigma is 10. So 45 minus 50 by 10, which is minus 5 by 10. So 0.5 minus. Z2 is what? X2 is 62 minus 50 is what? Mu is 50 divided by sigma is 10. It is 1.2. You got it. Now Z1, Z2, you got it. Okay. From that, you should find the probability of that between 45 and 62 if you want to find. You should find the probability between minus 0.5 to 1.2. Minus 0.5 to 1.2. So, which means you should find the 0.5. What is the value? It is 0.8849. How we got this? We have a standard deviation table. Okay, for minus 0.5, this minus 0.50 means first value, 51 means second value. We got 0.3085. And what about 1.2? You see this 1.2 here? 1.2. If you want to find the value for 1.2, for 1.2, we get here 1.20, we get the value of that as 0.8849. So always the highest value minus lowest value. So it is highest value is 1.2 minus lowest value is 0.5. So 0.8849 minus 0.3085. So these two. So 8849 and 0.3085. So these two we subtract them. We're going to get the value as 0.5764. That's all. That is the answer. So like that, there is some problem given for you in assignment problem on this based on the resistance manufacturing. Okay, you have got the answer for it? Hello? Did you all got the answer for that assignment problem what I given you? Yes or no? Hello? Did you got the answer for it? Assignment, I have given you one problem based on Gaussian distribution. Have you got the answer for it? So that answer, if you want, you can find that. I have already given the material to you. Which material I have given you? The PPT I have given you, right, for module 1. If you look at the notes, what I have already shared you, the PPT of module 1 from the file section, you'll get the answer for it. Are you understanding it? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, similar problem of this kind is there. So that also you practice. Find Gaussian distribution. And second type of problem on Gaussian distribution is this one. It's very simple. They'll give only one value. Before what they did, they gave two values. Now they gave only one value, not two values. They give only one value, then what you should do is you should do 1 minus of that. You got 1.24 answer here, right? So you should do 1 minus the probability of that. Only these two types. Gaussian, very simple and very easy problems. Easily you can score your marks from this. Just practice this page, 2 pages, 35 and 37 problems. Rest all, any problem if they give, you can able to do easily. Okay, but provided you need to get this table. The table is given here, down, last page. You can see this last page. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If the value of that is z of 1.5, z of 1.5 means what? 0.1 here, 0.15. 0.15 means this one, 0.15, 0.5596 like that. Okay. If we want to find value of 0.50, 0.50 is this one. 0.57, 0.5 and 0.7 here. Like this, you should see the table. Very simple. If you want to find that for negative values, so we have one more table here given, negative value. You see this here, minus 3.45. So minus 3.4, and 5 here, minus 3.45, like this, minus 2.98, minus 2.9 and minus 2.98. So like this, you should see this table. From this table, you have to get the values. Done. So what is this table called? Area under normal curve table. Okay. So based on this table, you can get the values and you can able to do. So page number 37, you look at that problem. You can able to understand easily the Gaussian part. So this one, this problem. Okay. To make it much more simple to you, what is that you should know? You should know the definitions. You should know the problems on expectations and PMF, PDF, CDF, and you should know the problems on Gaussian random variable and uniform distribution. Okay, and you should know the proofs of expectations, right? And second module, as usual, you know it. You should know the bivariate CDF, bivariate PDF. Okay, and all that, whatever is there in the notes you prepare, that is good enough for your examination. Right? Any doubts further, you can stay back and you can discuss with me. Fine. Anything else you want to discuss? All the best. Prepare well for exam and attempt it. Don't leave any question. Attempt all the questions. Be prepared for your exam. Okay.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Sir.
Anyone have any queries in particular? You can stay back and discuss with me. If not, you can make a move and be prepared for your examination. All the best. So look at the class notes in the file section, module 1. There is some PPT in that some numericals are solved. Okay. Fine. All the material is given to you. All the PDFs, notes, and PPT is given to you. You can prepare from that. Okay, fine. Thank you all. You can make a move. Have a happy weekend and happy IA. Thank you all. You can make a move.
Thank you, sir.
जय पड़े कृष्णा रोहित भरत कुमार भास्कर